And staying on the hardwood, the Golden State Warriors have been virtually unbeatable this year. Only 9, that's right, 9 teams have been able to get the better of the Dubs. One of those, the San Antonio Spurs. Tonight, Golden State made the trip down to San Antonio with their eyes on win number 72. Less than 2 weeks after Scott Schaefer was fired, Dino Babers was tagged this morning as the new head coach at Syracuse University. Now to the Diamond for a little history lesson. The hit king Pete Rose, he had 4,256 hits in his career. Going into the game yesterday, Ichiro Suzuki, he sat at 4,255. Now to the hardwood, to the team we've been talking about all year. Yeah, you guessed it, Golden State. And they've done in the first round of the NBA playoffs what they've done all year. All they do is win, 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 win. Now we head to LAX. No, not Los Angeles, but Lemoyne Lacrosse. The Dolphins start the season at number 2 in the Division II polls. In all my years of watching sports, I've realized there are few certainties. Your bracket will be busted after the opening round of the NCAA tournament. The Giants will beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And when she has the ball, Kayla Trainer will figure out a way to score. Well, former Cicero North Syracuse and UConn basketball star Breanna Stewart has had a busy few months. Let's see, she won her 4th straight national championship, got drafted 1st overall in the WNBA draft, made her professional basketball debut, and now she signed her first international deal with Shanghai of the Women's Chinese Basketball Association. Welcome back. It's time for sports. I'm Zach Francis. Coming up at 4:45, I'll look ahead at tonight's NBA Finals Game 6, take a look around the diamond from last night, and have your up-to-the-minute U.S. Open leaderboard. Baseball is usually just another thing that kids do. But for lots of people in our community, they never get the chance. Challenger Baseball, though, they make it so children or adults with mental or physical disabilities get to hear the 2 words they've always wanted to: play ball. These kids just want to play the game. They toe the rubber the same, field the same, they step up to the plate the same. But the players at Challenger Baseball play for the love of the game.
It's more of an inspiration for me because I meet so many new people that people with disability like I do, and I feel like it's a privilege to be out here in these fields.
Michael has been playing with Challenger Baseball for 10 years, graduating to the Adult League this year. He was one of the first people to play on the new Field of Dreams that opened at the start of the season. The new fields have been almost 5 years in the making.
We thought we were looking at like $1.5 million project, and we had a lot of land and some ideas. Well, once all of our ideas got on paper and the architects and the people who know what they're doing came back and said, oh yeah, this is a $12.5 million project.
The grand opening was May 21st of this year, but there's still plenty to be done. With the new park, Savastino says a trend has been broken.
It was really, we were like the second thought of Little League all over this county. Not only are we meeting the needs of our special needs league, but we're also meeting the needs of all of Central New York, which I think as a special needs parent is really cool.
While it's still for the kids of Central New York, the park has meant a lot to the second-year Adult League.
When our kids turn 18 or 21, they don't stop being autistic, they don't lose their cerebral palsy. Most organizations and most don't see that. They build things for children with special needs. And yes, that's just as important, but our adults are still out there too, and they need something to do.
But for Michael, he's just happy to get to continue playing the game that he loves.
Give it a better opportunity to get in touch with the game itself, and I feel like that's a really good thing.
Now the league, they're still working to raise money to complete the rest of their plans, but they hope to finish the park within the next couple of years. Stay tuned at 4:45 for my full sportscast. Back to you, Jamie and James. Well, Syracuse basketball had a chance to make history twice today. I'm Zach Francis with your sports update. We'll start with the 10th-seeded men taking on ACC rival and top-seeded Virginia with a shot at the Final Four on the line. Jim Boeheim, of course, leading the Orange, looking for his 5th Final Four appearance. It did not start the way the Orange wanted to. That's London Parentes with a deep three, one of 5 he had in the first half. He led the Cavs with 18 points. Virginia up 35-21 at the break. But the second half, the comeback was on, led by Malachi Richardson. Back-to-back threes there for the freshman. And here, Malachi, he gets the ball, he drives the lane, and that gives Syracuse their first lead since it was 8-5. The freshman would not be denied, grabs the board here, fakes the pass, lays it in. He finished with a game-high 23, 21 of those coming in the second half. But the Cavaliers, they had no answer for the Orange late. And here it is. The shots that were falling early for Virginia just would not go down late. And Syracuse is headed to the Final Four with a 68-62 win. Now from one of the greatest teams to one of the greatest collapses ever. Jordan Spieth has dominated the Masters for the last 2 years. He's been so good that he's led at the end of the day for the past 7 rounds. Coming into today's final round, Spieth was up 1. Smooth sailing so far over the front 9. Birdie there. That's 1 of 4 straight to finish off the front 9. But on the back 9, he looked like me out there. Okay, maybe a little bit better. But here on 12 around Amen's corner, that's 1 in the drink. So he said, okay, I got it. I'll take it from here. Nope, that's 2 in the water. Okay, cool it down, Spieth. Here's his 5th shot on the hole. And he says, okay, time for a little vacation. This is going right to the beach. He finished with a quadruple bogey on that one. Yeah, that's not very good, so that opens the field. That opens a chance for the field, and who is it that takes it? Englishman Danny Willett. He took the clubhouse lead, and here's Spieth. He has a chance on 17, but bogey there, and he has to put the green jacket on Danny Willett, your Masters champion, something that none of us would have wanted to do right afterwards. But once that whistle sounded, it was business as usual for the Orange. Less than 90 seconds in, trainer, bam, there's number 250, record tied. Now on to Detroit, where the Tigers are hosting Alex Rodriguez and the Yankees. Top 1, A-Rod, he's taking it against Mike Pelfrey, and he says, I'll just go ahead, send this one out of the yard, takes it deep. That's number 688 for his career, just 26 away from the Babe. Matt Reynolds, he breaks out early, double down the third base line, 2-run score, Mets up 3-0, and that's going to be enough for Noah Syndergaard, who's on the bump for the Mets, and he was dominant.
The first game for the Mets.
Here's the pitch, strikeout. Yet he had a few of those last night. 11 total in 8 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He took a shutout into the 9th before he got pulled. Improves to 7-2 on the year as the Mets win 11-2. As we head into the final lap of this sportscast, we raise the green flag on the NASCAR season for the Daytona 500. Matt Kenseth leading there, he gets loose, and his JGR teammate Denny Hamlin shoots ahead. He gets the win at the Daytona 500. Closest finish in 500 history, 1/100th of a second. Photo finish for Hamlin as he beat out Martin Truex Jr. Hamlin, he led a race high 95 laps for his first ever Daytona 500 win. Onondaga Community College's men's lacrosse team has accomplished more since the program started in 2002 than any school in the country. Winners of 9 of the last 10 and the last 7 National Junior College Championships, the Lasers have something special.
You got to have the talent, guys that are selfless and unselfish kids who, don't mind sharing the ball and caring just as much about the guy next to you as they do about themselves. And we've been fortunate to have the unselfish kids with a lot of talent to be able to do that.
But with all of the success also comes failure. Coming into the season, the Lasers were riding a 105-game winning streak. But after 2 wins to start the season, an early season trip to Nassau Community College gave OCC something they hadn't experienced in 6 years, a loss.
And no one's unbeatable. We always knew that. I don't think in the media, at some point they thought we were unbeatable. We knew we weren't. We knew eventually that we're not going to have a game go our way. We're going to lose, and that's just part of playing sports.
And in the next 2 weeks, the Lasers begin their pursuit for a 10th national championship. And when it's all said and done, this one could be the most special because the national semifinals and finals will be played right out here at David W. Murphy Field on the OCC campus.
We think this is the lacrosse capital of the world, and obviously we've had our success as championships, but this community, this county, this city, this state has had a lot of success with lacrosse. So to host it is very special for us, and bringing it to Central New York and a place where lacrosse is where it was born.
And playing host this year makes the Lasers want another championship that much more.
That would probably be the most special one, be able to do it on our home field in front of our home crowd, in front of our home, all the alumni that come back for it. That would be the most special thing.
For NCC Sports, I'm Zach Francis.